Hello and welcome! Hey guys, I know you miss me and I know you want me. And if you miss me, that's pretty crazy because you never even seen me. Isn't that weird? You never even seen it. Look how good this face looks. It's like glowing. I look really great right now. Anyways, welcome to, I don't know what you want to call this. You want to call it a podcast? Call it a podcast? Maybe like an audible experience? Ooh, that adds a little flair to it. Maybe you want to call it art. I don't want to stop you. I want you to experience this how you want, because this is really just, that's what it all is, It's an experience. It's a podcast. And it's art. I'm just going to call it all three. So let's get into it. We're getting ramped up. It's getting hot and spicy up in here because we're getting some nominees for the 2024 presidential election, and I, for one, am very excited. On the right, we got the old classic. We got Donald J. Trump. I'm excited to see what happens with him in this whole trial, because that is going to have a huge effect on the election. Because here's what I'm thinking here. No matter what happens, people are already questioning this whole trial. If you're a big Trump supporter or not, even if you're just a little bit right, people on the left are like, finally, it's happening, probably. But no, I can definitely see people questioning, like, why so late? Like, they know what they're doing, and this has to do with stuff that happened in 2016. So, like, it's bullshit. And some of the stuff, it's a whole bunch of stuff, right? But they waited, and I think that is going to be a huge factor into how people perceive this whole trial. Because if he goes to jail, one, is he allowed to run for president? I don't know. I think it'd be hilarious if he went to jail and still ran and won. That would be so awesome. Would they let him out? Could he pardon himself? I don't know. I'm wanting to see this election where Trump is in jail, personally. Yeah, and if he doesn't go to jail, I don't think the left is going to do much because they're like, okay, we tried. Because, this is just like a fucking another attempt. Which is so, like, the reason people like Trump so much is because they're trying so hard to take them down, and people relate to that. People relate to, being the underdog. Everyone wants to think of themselves like that, I feel like. Maybe not. Or, maybe people think of themselves like Biden, and I don't know. I don't even know. How could you think of yourself like Biden? But maybe people do. Maybe people idolize him. I don't know who. I really don't know. I want to meet the kid who wants to grow up and be like Biden. Because I feel like every president had, like, at least one person who's like, you know what, I want to be like them. Even fucking George Bush, he's a fun fucking party guy. Like, if I were running the country, I would want to be like Bush. Just laughing at myself, having a good time, just fucking around, people literally think Bush did one of the worst fucking inside jobs in America, and people still think he's awesome. So, yeah, that's my pick. Trump's a fun one to idolize, but a little wild, I think, if you're a kid and you're like 6 or 7, you're like, I want to be Trump. I want to be just like Donald Trump. Yeah, but this is different because Trump had a lot of like help early on. Last 2 times, because there were a bunch of like conspiracy theories coming out about Trump and QAnon, like QAnon, Fall the Cabal. Really, it was just like Hillary eats babies and stuff. Now that time has passed. I'm starting to think Donald Trump had like this insanely good marketing team who was just putting out these fucking conspiracy videos that only like a certain people were fucking seeing, because it was so bizarre. It's like Hillary eats babies, and they're like fucking Pizzagate and all that stuff. And the way that it's like this guy, and he works for Hollywood and stuff. So you're like, okay, this is weird. And like this is around the time that Trump's coming. And then like the end of the fucking thing, and like QAnon 2, and like the end of this video is like saying that Donald Trump is like here to like be our savior, and he's here to help us, and like it's like the end of the world and shit. So they would go to Trump, and like, so already this is helping Trump a lot, because like if people are seeing this like, oh my god, I'm not voting for Hillary, because like even if this shit is like, even though it's so far-fetched, like imagine like in your head, like what if there's a chance this is true, that Hillary likes to eat children, right? And I thought that. I was like, yeah, she probably, I was like, yeah, because I'm like, I could easily be sucked into a cult. I think if like anybody came to me and asked me to be in like their cult, I would be like, yeah, let's do it. Because I'm a weirdo. I want like to be a weirdo like that. And I wish like, if someone came up to me and was like, yeah, I can tell you how to leave your body and like do all that weird shit, I would totally believe them and follow them. Like this one time when I was a kid, like, I guess this doesn't mean I'm like a cult guy, but it just like shows how like stupid I am, I guess. These guys came to my house, and I was alone with just my brother, and he's like younger than me, so like I'm probably like 7, my brother's 2, and these fucking like one giant black dude and like this like one like white guy who looks pretty rough. Knock on my door and they're like, "Are your parents home?" And I'm like, "Nope." They're like, "Well, we're here to clean the gutters," and I should have known what that meant, but it's like, "Yeah, we're here to clean the gutters. You sure your parents aren't home?" And we're like, "Nope, nope, nope. They're not here." It's like, "Come on, right in, come in and clean my gutters, buddy." And anyway, so we tell him we're not there. And my brother has like the baby fat, so he looks like a cute little kid, you know. I feel like these guys would take advantage. But anyways, we like basically invite them in and take our clothes off, but they leave. They didn't want to come in. Then they go to my neighbor's house and they're like looking through the window and like knocking on the door and trying to get in. And so my neighbor sees it. She screams. She tells her husband to call the police. He calls the police. They come, and then my neighbor comes. I don't know why he did this, but he comes over and he tells us that to be careful because there are these 2 convicted sex offenders walking around like our neighborhood, like going door to door and shit. And I was like, for a while, I was like pretty shaken up. I was like, oh my God, I basically just invited these fucking sex predators in to my house. Thank God they left. But then I was thinking, that is pretty actually tragic for a kid, you know. I offer up my body for free. They know there's no one here. They could just take me, you know. And they left. They didn't want me. So yeah, for a while I did feel like a little ashamed because they didn't have access to neither here nor there. Anyway, Donald Trump. So Donald Trump, oh my God, what a tangent. But anyways, Donald Trump was being questioned about all this stuff. Like, have you heard about QAnon and all these conspiracies about you and how you're like the savior and Hillary eats babies? And Trump was so like, because this is like the smartest thing to do, kind of. I don't know. The right thing to do, Trump should have been like, you know, I've heard a couple of these things, but I can't do Trump, but I'm going to try. I've heard a couple of these things, and I do like a Jew Trump. And no, they're not true, you know, it could be true, because that's what he was doing. He should have been like, it's not true, sadly, you know, I'm not second coming, Hillary's not eating babies. But no, instead Trump went the other way. They're like, can you right now on this stage deny that Hillary Clinton eats babies? And he's like, quite frankly, I don't know. He's like, I don't know if Hillary eats babies, but personally, I wouldn't do that, but I don't know. I know she's not a good woman, and I would put her in jail. That's all I can say about that, but no comment. I cannot confirm nor deny. And they're like, surely you know. Surely you do not believe that. And he's like, I don't know. I have no... That's what he's like, I don't know. It's so funny. I actually don't know. And they're like, well, would you say you're the second coming of Jesus? Are you a savior? Yeah, some people... It's like, some people believe that. I can't say that, but, you know, some people do. There's a few that don't. There's a few people who don't think that, but there's some that do, and people who support me are very intelligent people. So it's just like, it's like basically like, I'm not going to say, but if you want to believe that, go ahead and believe that. Which is, you know, you got to do that. Because who knows, if people didn't believe that Donald Trump was the second coming of Christ, would that affected the election? I say yes. They probably wouldn't have stormed the Capitol as hard. It was no good. Who else we got? We got Ron DeSantis. People think he's going to rival Trump. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a no-go DeSantis. I don't know what Trump's calling him yet, but I'm going to say no-go DeSantis is going to be the big Trump word, no-go. He's no-go DeSantis. Not going to happen. One, because Trump's already like playing the defenses against him. This is how you know Trump is like probably not the guy who he really claims to be, only because he's going and saying like, well, actually, let me backtrack. Because Trump's only attacking DeSantis because he thinks like DeSantis shouldn't run against him because Trump helped him so much. So Trump's like, I helped the guy, and now you come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding, type bullshit. So he's like, yeah, that's fucking not happening. Like, this is bullshit. Chris Christie, I think, personally, that's who I'm going to endorse, Chris Christie. And because I think every American should look like Chris Christie. That's good America. That's the good old days of America. That's what we want. Big, round, slightly gray and healthy men. But he's not, he's a little younger than Trump, I think. I don't know. He looks a little younger, but he still looks unhealthier, which I like, actually. The younger you are and the more unhealthy you look, that's who should be president of the United States, because that's what the United States is all about. Unhealthy people running for as long as they can. People who shouldn't being in the office. So I say, let's just find homeless people, maybe mentally disabled people, and just get them in there. Because I think that's kind of where we're already going. And if we jump the gun, maybe we can get like the better type of disabled people in there. I don't know. Then we got Republicans. Oh, wait, Democrat. What am I talking about? I don't care anybody else. Anybody else can fuck off on the Republican side. Those are the three I'm hearing about. Chris Christie's like, everyone says he's on the bottom, but I keep seeing Chris Christie everywhere. And again, I want him. I think if Chris Christie runs for president, I hope that everyone in America starts to transform and looks like him. But anyways, on the Democrat side, I don't know. Fuck Hillary. I think she's done. I don't think she's ever going to run again. I don't know. The big two, I think people are kind of like looking at, are probably Biden / Kamala, either one of them, because I think they're going to try to re-up their term. And then we got Robert Kennedy, the Jr. And personally, if I were going to take a serious look at a Democratic nominee for any year, I think, as a Republican, like if you like have still want to hold your Republican values, I would say, and I know everyone came here to hear me talk about my political beliefs and what I think is going to happen, even though I thought this year was the election year. But yeah, I think people want to hear about this. But I would do Kennedy, one, because dude has probably some big beef with the government and the CIA and FBI. And I think that's what the Republicans are feeling too. And I think if you get a Democrat who isn't like big government, he's kind of fights the FDA and he's an environmentalist, and I'm sure he is definitely a guy who's a little weary of the powers that be. I don't know. I think if you're a Republican, but the party has become something else because of the whole Trump thing, and you want to look at a serious Democrat, I would do him, because I like him. I like how he thinks about mainly vaccines. That's all I've even heard about him. And that was enough, because like he's different, that's all people want, is somebody different. So personally, I think it's going to be Trump and Kennedy. But I actually don't know how a lot of people feel about Kennedy. I know a lot of middle people like Kennedy. People who are like not Republican, really, or not really too far Democrat. People in the middle, I've been hearing big on Kennedy. And so I think it's going to be Kennedy and Trump are my number two. And if they go off, goddamn, Kennedy. I think Kennedy like has the right things to say, but his voice, oh my God, Trump's going to get him. He's going to come up with like a great one for him. The problem is Trump has a lot to work with, because like if I was Trump, I would like try to connect it to like the JFK assassination with his voice be like, I don't know, like I got shot in the neck or something. I have no clue. That's where I would take it. That's the route I would take it, but maybe Trump is a little more class. If I was going to do, but like that's the Trump mentality. You got to go for the jugular. You know what I'm saying? You like that one, didn't you? No, but fuck it. Fuck the election. It's too far away, and who gives a fuck about all these people? I don't think... why are people even Republican or Democrat anymore? And why are people still running that way? Just be a fucking... Shouldn't it just be a person running for an idea, like their beliefs, and then you pick that person who has the beliefs or like what they're going to do for the people the best? It's so stupid. We'd rather... It's because people want to be a part of a fucking team. That's the truth. And I've never been a team player. No. Nada. Actually, that's not true. I would just say I'm a team player for everybody. I think we're all the team. We're all one team versus the lizard people. That's the team. Us versus the lizard people. And what happened to them? What happened to Dr. Fauci? That guy was 100% a lizard, and people caught on, and now he's gone. We caught on, and now he's gone. You know what? Fauci, hello. He just injected us with COVID-19 and slithered down to center Earth with the rest of them. It's bad. It's bad news for Fauci. What happened to him? I really don't know. I like his name. I like the name Fauci. He sounds... I've heard he's not a good dude, but who cares? When you got the name Fauci, you get forgiven. Fauci. Yeah, but politics are everywhere now. You can't escape them, because even like every company now is involved. I just went to Target and I saw the Pride section, and you know what I thought? Pretty classy. No, I'm kidding. I don't really care. If you're gonna have a Pride section though, let's have like a... I don't know. I feel like on Juneteenth, they didn't like throw that shit in our face as much. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't like I didn't see the Juneteenth section. I think that's what made me mad. You know, when is Black History Month? February? Because they say it's the shortest month. Dude, whoever's doing this shit is like secretly doing like shit that you think is like, it's like kind of funny, but not really. I mean, to everybody, I think it's like, if I was going to do it, I'd be like, yeah, that's a good prank. But I don't know about all that. Because I remember one time in middle school, National Women's Day was on April Fool's, and I thought that was hilarious. I was like, whoever came up with this is really smart, and I want to be their friend. But I love that. I love when people do little shit like that. They're like, National Women's Day, how do we get this stuff like... Because, you know, the first when they came up with it, it wasn't like they put it on. Because, you know, some of those dates they know move. And so they're like, will this one ever move? Oh, National Women's Day is going to fall on April 1st once. And they're like, that's hilarious. But these companies are just getting involved and people are getting mad. But I don't know why people are getting so... I mean, the Tucky thing at Target is weird. I think that is so fucking bizarre. I was like, oh, wow. Like, what baby needs a tucker? But I don't know. I think that was a lie. I think that wasn't even real, that there were baby tuckers. I should have investigated. I was like, are there baby tuckers? And then I should wear one, and I think I should see... I should just see if it's worth it or not. Because maybe it feels better. Maybe the tuck has nothing to do with transgender. Maybe it's just like... Maybe it's just comfortable. I don't know. What is that doing for you? You just don't want people to know that you have balls? I don't fucking know. Or I guess you don't want them to know you have balls. But like you're still gonna like. How can your ball? I don't know. Or do your balls go up inside of you when you tuck? I'm just curious about the tuck. Really, you know, is it comfortable? I don't know. I just don't even understand. But I guess it's not for me to understand. That's what, because you know, I want to be respectful of people, but I also don't, because I don't care about anyone's bullshit. Like the thing is, I don't care about anyone's bullshit. And So when you like come at me with it and you like want me to care, it's just like it makes me like hate you, and like so that's the problem, really. If like trans people just became trans and then like kept it to themselves, I think it would be a less of an issue. Because like if I fucking, I don't know, people don't give a shit about the shit I'm doing. No one gives a fuck. I think that's the problem. They want you to care. I don't even want to talk about this because, you know, you open a can of worms here. All I'm saying is, you don't care about me. Why do you want me to care so bad about you? That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I think the other thing is trans people aren't understanding is like you're like 0.01% of the population. So like that's probably why there's not a lot of representation. It's not because people are. I mean, I'm sure there are people work against you, and to be fair with most people, there are questions that need to be asked. What is your motive? Why are these kids wanting to do it now? I feel like a long time ago, kids were not telling their parents they wanted to be a girl. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a new idea that kids are coming up with. So maybe let's think about that for a second. Let's think about why this is happening. Because I think it may be a little too drastic. Just be like, just do that. You know what I mean? Like, just, I don't know. I'm not in the position. I'm not a parent. I'm not trans, so I don't know. But I'd probably take a pause. I'd definitely think. If your kid came to you and be like, "I want to be able to fly," you can go. Do a surgery to put wings on them. I don't know. I'd probably wait and give it some time to grow about it. Yeah, but people are mad at Disney now. People are getting mad at Disney. They're fucking up. People think they're woke. I don't know. I think it's stupid. Let's be honest. Little Mermaid came out. Let's just talk about it. Actually, I went to a theater. It was only like white guys, and they were like really skinny, and like they look sick, really pale. Like I saw Little Mermaid with really pale, like sickly white guys, and you could tell this is the first time they've left their house in a long time. Because I think for like white internet troll guys, like this was a big movie for them because they had a lot to complain about. But I think once they got in the theater, there was no complaining. Halle Bailey came on. I heard some groans, but she started singing, and I can tell you there were some tears. The glasses got foggy from these white guys, and by the time Ursula got on screen, they were sold. When Ursula swam into the fucking screen for the first time, there was an audible boom, boom, or nah, it was more like a boing. It was like a boom. I don't know, but it was like a boing, boing. I don't know. It basically, a lot of the people were excited in the theater. It was like a bling, 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 bling. And a distinct smell came, but people were excited, I think, in the theater, and it was strange. It was a strange experience now that I think about it. But no, I think it's great. I think people who are upset about The Little Mermaid, just go and rewatch the other one. It still exists. They didn't take it away. It's still there. This is just a new take on it. I mean, do people hate The Lion King? Because it's like Hamlet, but not animal, because it's animals now. People got mad. I don't think, no one got mad about the furry Hamlet, The furry Hamlet. Yeah. Furries, they really took a step back, because the whole trans shit was happening. The furries like, I think we should hop in on this because, like, we're all a big team LGBTQ. And I think they saw what happened with the whole Dylan Mulvaney thing, and they're like, okay, let's step back. Let's just go be dogs by ourselves. Let's not make other people want to be a dog. Let's just go be dogs ourselves. And I respect that. I think if you want to be a dog, go be a dog. But don't don't be a dog at my house. Or you can, but I'm going to treat you like a dog, I guess. I don't know. That's also the weird thing. If someone wants to be a dog, are you supposed to treat them like a dog? Like, actually? I don't know. It's scary. It's a scary world we live in with this whole dog thing. Personally, I would treat them like a dog because I think that's what they're telling us to do. Or like whatever animal. Because I've seen like the videos. You guys seen the videos of like the dog. The dog competition meetups where. Actually, I really just want to. We're gonna pull that up right now. Dog competition. And we are back. Sorry about that. I couldn't find the video of a dog, but I found something arguably probably equally as good. I think maybe better because there's just a little more happening here, but let's get into the video. Oh, shit. And here we go.
Welcome to Body Fighting. Yeah. Today we're out here having a pony play competition where people compete in events and classes just the same as real horses do.
First of all, just starting off, I love this. I want to be part of it. First, I don't think I've ever seen a horse competition, so I can't really verify if any of this is real. But I don't think I've ever seen this. Do people run along the side of the horse at horse competitions, or are they on top? I don't know. This looks not accurate, so I would say maybe they aren't 100% being like horses, but let's continue. Maybe they're going to be more like horses later. She seems to be running on two legs as well. That is not really a horse-like quality. So this is strange. These people are claiming to be horses, but I don't personally. This looks like a person to me.
All of our outfits that we make are based off of bio-horse equipment or made out of bio-horse equipment that's been rearranged to fit humans, and can get very costly. People are very proud of their outfits they put together.
This would be awesome in some ways. I think maybe if like it was like a joke, but I don't know. I just think here, I just want to know how they're making money doing this, or is it like a hobby? I don't understand hobbies. I guess because this is like a hobby. I think, and hobbies are just to me like this is what every hobby to me is like personally. When people are like, "What do you do? What's your hobby?" and I don't have one because this is a hobby. This is what people do for hobby. They pretend to be horses. That's fine, but like they buy shit. Like I feel like pretending to be a horse is no money. I've seen it. I've seen people do it before, and I think it was free. I mean, I honestly maybe they might have made money because they were just out in the street like neighing and like they were acting more like a wild animal. I thought, oh, this could actually be like a horse. So that was interesting. I think I'm gonna put this video away because, to be honest, I don't know. I just don't. good for them. I'm happy, I think, for them. I think I'm happy. I don't want to watch it. Oh, that was weird. I thought I froze for a second. No, I don't want to watch it. I probably wouldn't like show it to a child, but I also don't know. Maybe I would, because it is like a horsing event. I think if somebody likes horses, I'd be like, take a look at this, because maybe you want to be a horse. I feel like that's the modern parent. They're like, oh, my kid likes horses. We don't have access to like a horse track or anything. Maybe I can take them to this, and they can pretend to be a horse, or they could pretend to be like a trainer to a horse person. That could be fun for the kid. And I think parents are having this kind of dilemma of what to do with children nowadays. And I think it's because like kids, parents who are now, I feel like, felt like they were abused or something, and their parents are crazy, so they don't want to be like their parents. Cause like, but they're going the other way too much, I think, you know. Personally, I don't know. I just think you gotta let your kid understand the facts of reality, because they're gonna die. You know what I mean? Your kid's gonna get murdered if they don't understand certain things. Like, I don't know. There's just realities that you have to understand. You like. Here's what my problem is with all of that is, if you just make your kid believe in themselves, they're going to die, probably. That's it. If your kid believes in themselves, they're dead immediately. There's no surviving. Or they're going to kill other people, I think. I think those are the two options. If you believe in yourself, you either die or other people die, because it's just stupid. I think to believe in yourself is failure. You're failing if you believe yourself. Okay? You should hate yourself. That's winning. Winning is when you do not like yourself, because then you're trying to be better. If you already like yourself, then you're not improving. Personally, that's my belief. You're not going to get any better if you love yourself. And I think all these kids fucking love themselves. And I think every idea they think they have is fucking great. And that's just not true. It's just not working. Let's talk about another movie. Little Mermaid, again, great movie. When I saw it, those dudes were sick and disgusting, though. The theater was not great. Then I saw The Machine. And let me tell you, The Machine, high expectations. Higher than Little Mermaid. I didn't care about The Little Mermaid. I only saw it because my sister wanted to see it. But The Machine was something I was happy about. Because I'm a big comedy guy. I love it. Bert Kreischer, you know, I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan, but I think he just reminds me of my dad if he was like a little bit gayer or something. So I liked it. I like him. I like that he had the opportunity. I think it's awesome because I like, you know, stand-up comedy. I like that type of thing, and that's what he does. So him to have an opportunity to do something like that, I think is amazing. I think that's super cool. So I was doing the right thing. I wanted to support him, and you know, I think that's what other people don't know how to support people nowadays. If you like something, you gotta go support it. Okay, that's step number one. So I did it. I liked it, and I went and supported. And you know what? I was, you know, let down. I thought it just didn't mesh well together. Sorry, it was not good. It was not a good movie. It really wasn't even that funny. It was like, here's the problem. It's like a movie I would watch in like 2010, right? If I'm at home and I'm just like looking for something to watch, like to rent, right? And just like something that was kind of cheap and like, you know, no nonsense. But we don't, like, the problem is, I don't think that movie needs, there's a million movies exactly like that. Well, I like that there wasn't a message about the movie, that it wasn't saying anything. I mean, I'm being serious too. It's like Top Gun. I think people like Top Gun Maverick because there wasn't like a message behind it besides like people flying and doing that. And I think maybe that's what he wanted out of this movie. But no, it sucked. I thought it was terrible in every possible way. No, it wasn't that bad, but it just wasn't funny. And like, if you're saying, because here's how here's how Bert Kreischer is kind of advertising the movie is like, if you want comedies to come back, you have to go see this movie. And if that's like the bar of comedy that you're going to release, I don't want that personally. I think that's stupid, and don't make any more of that. Make something funnier. Plus, no one knows who you are besides your fans, so why make a movie about yourself? I don't know. It was stupid. Also, why not have all your fucking famous comedy friends in the movie too? That's why Adam Sandler was so funny and great, is because he had all his fucking buddies in the movies, and everyone knew who they were. I mean, they weren't like huge names, but you knew who they were. When I watched that fucking movie, all I knew was Bert Kreischer. That was it. And yeah, that was it. I think people are expecting, a little more surprise. I mean, yeah, Mark Hamill was in it and he was fine, but who cares? Then I saw, I think, the best movie that came out recently. I saw Into the Spider-Verse. Oh, baby, that movie was pretty good. I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually. When I was watching it, I was like, there is no way any person over 30 could enjoy this movie, though, because it just is like, or maybe like 40. Let's say over 40, because it just jumps right into it. And like, I know my dad and my mom, they'd be like, what is happening? Like, they would hate the movie immediately because it just jumps into it. You're introduced to these characters, like hardly though, you're not really introduced, it just like shows them, and it's like a quick little flashback or whatever. And I just imagine like my dad seeing it and be like, what the fuck is happening? And he's gonna get mad. It's gonna make any person over 40 mad when they watch it. They're gonna get pissed off that you think it's good, because they're gonna be like, this is dog shit. I don't understand. My brain can't comprehend this. And so it's scary, I think, for older people to watch these newer movies. One, because they all have to do with like the multiverse, which is like, okay, who cares? We're over the multiverse. Why does everyone have to make a movie about the multiverse now? It was good, okay? This is like what we're on. We're on the multiverse. Because we're trying to recreate that here. I think they're trying to indoctrinate us. This is like the next step before they introduce the Neuralink and we're all just robots. We're about to be robots, people. And I think you need to not be so casually okay with it. Like if you talk to anybody about the fucking Apple fucking goggles or like Neuralink, they're like, yeah, that shit's awesome. Read the Bible, people. Read Revelations, you fucking idiot twat bitches. You're gonna be put into a virtual hell, basically. I'm warning you. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna get abducted by aliens, and all sorts of fucked up shit's gonna happen because that Neuralink is in your brain. And I'm gonna be the guy. I'm not the guy who put the Neuralink in his brain. No, I'm not the guy. You know that song? That classic Sinatra song. I'm not the guy who let Fauci inject him with a vaccine. No, I'm not the guy who put the goggles on and watch all this fucked up shit. No, but seriously, who really thinks it's going to be a good idea to put on goggles that display your room virtually? Like, it looks like your room, but like you're not actually seeing your room. You're just seeing a virtual display on it. That can't be good for your eyes. I think we're all going to be zombies, and I'm scared, personally. I'm really scared. God, I'm scared. I am so fucking scared. What else am I scared of? I'm scared of spiders, I think. Last night I saw a bug in my room. Why is my voice doing that? Last night I saw a bug. You hear that? Last night I saw a bug in my room, and I was scared. Why are bugs so scary? Why would anything create like something so small that could kill me? Or make me think it's gonna kill me? I don't know. Can a bug kill you? I think bugs can kill people, I think. There's certain ones. Can a spider, like tiny spider, can kill you? And I don't know what bugs can and can't kill me. I want the handbook of what bug is going to kill me, so I can learn to be scared. like if the Neuralink gave me that thing is like this bug, like that would be cool. I'd be okay with that. Like the Neuralink's being like, you can hang out with these bugs and they're not going to do shit to you. Then I'd be so many bugs would survive. They would thrive in their, well, at least they wouldn't die to us. Like watch out, there's a bug that won't kill you. Yeah, but here's my problem with the Neuralink. I think is if everyone has a Neuralink, everyone's gonna have the exact same fucking ideas. If your brain is connected to the internet, which is basically connecting all people, which is I think is somewhat cool and maybe a good thing, but what are you like? Is everyone gonna be the exact same thing? Like, because everyone's gonna know what the right thing to say is, so everyone's gonna be saying, I don't know. I'm getting fucking a headache. I think this was good. I don't know. I'm not the guy who knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Talking along. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. Be here together.